was doing drop shipping, and that
Okay,
was that was oh I spent so much time doing that, and it was just nothing. I spent like a year and a half on and off doing that. I made like $90, so that was
sure.
shocking.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, then yeah, first month and a bit of OnlyFans, and I made well like 4,000 Australian. So yeah, I changed over quick smart.
Good shit. Good shit. Welcome to today's student interview, guys. Today we're going to be talking to Kynan. He's one of our students for Aura Consulting. He's just fresh into the OnlyFans management scene. So if you're watching this and you are somebody who's looking to start, maybe you have no experience, and also for context, Kynan actually comes from a dropshipping background. So again, maybe if you're watching this and you've experience with dropshipping or you're currently doing it, this is going to be an interesting watch on how he started, where is he at right now, and his general journey with our coaching program. Without any further ado, I'm going to roll the interview itself. If you are interested in joining our program and starting OnlyFans management, there will be a link somewhere around this video where you can get started. Cool. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the video. Kynan, feel free to kind of introduce everybody to who you are, where are you at when you first started out with Aura Consulting?
Yeah, so I have been managing one model recently, been doing okay, made, close to $5,000 in a month and a half. Um, she's sort of been lacking with content, so it was getting really slow to the end. So at first, when they first start up, you get all these people like, oh, she's got OnlyFans, so they all join up and you get that big fucking influx of money. So that was good, but it slowly died down towards the end. And yeah, I was running with about, she started with 14 subs, so she already had OnlyFans previously.
Okay.
And and then yeah, I got her up to about 50, so not a lot, but still making some money. There were some good spenders in there, so that was good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then recently she's decided that she doesn't want to do it anymore. She wants to take a break, so she might get back into it in the future. But yeah,
Okay, so let's get back to this, but just
yeah,
first, let's give everybody a bit of context, right? Because a lot of
yeah,
people are just tuning into the video and have absolutely no idea who you are and where you are, right? So
yeah.
how long have you been in the whole OFM space? So when you joined Aura Consulting, was that when you first started, or were you already doing it before that?
I was doing it a little, probably a month before I joined Aura, and I joined
Hmm.
Aura to learn the methods and learn how to grow. So
Gotcha. Okay,
yep,
okay. And was this girl your first model that you managed, or did you have some before?
she was the first one.
First one, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yep.
And just for everybody listening as well, how did you go about getting this model to sign up with yourself?
So I knew her personally. So
Got you.
I just messaged her on, because that was one of the things that they mentioned on the course. They said reach out to people you know personally. So I did that, and yeah,
Hmm.
she was keen. So she
Pretty
joined
easy.
up, and we got right into it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what we mentioned on the coaching program is, look, when you're reaching out to somebody who's a complete stranger, right, that you've never met before, they don't even know who you are. They've kind of got this barrier up, right, because they don't know, like, or trust you. Those are the three big kind of barriers, right? Whereas somebody that you maybe went to school with, university, college, whatever, right, that you know in person, well, she already most likely knows, likes, and trusts you to an extent, right? Depending on how well you
Yeah.
know each other. So it's a lot easier to start working with somebody like that. So that's perfect. That's great that you got your first
Mhm.
client like that.
Yeah. Bit of a
Um,
head start.
and you said once you started working with her, she was already on OF, like 14 subs or something like that. And
Yeah.
then you came on board. Fantastic.
Mhm.
And so how did that kind of first month go with her then? I think you said that the first influx of new subs was quite good, right?
Yeah, because she wasn't really using it, so I was sort of just in the background, gathering some money, the people that didn't unsubscribe. So yeah, she started with 14, and then I got on board and used the tactics that I, learned, and sort of without Aura I was doing that okay, and then I joined Aura and found some more things, so used that to build it up a bit. But yeah, it went okay, and then yeah, like pretty much got 50 subs, was using all the knowledge I'd learnt, and then yeah, made some money.
Good. And just for people that are watching this, by the way, as well, for people who don't know about OF, etc., who might be brand new, And
Yeah.
it really, really varies. I know this, but for you in particular, what did 50 subs roughly equate to in terms of revenue for that girl?
So that got me about 4,500 US. So that works out to be around 7,000 Australian. That's where I'm from. So yeah.
Got you. Awesome.
So,
And that was, yeah, the first month. Okay.
yeah, that was
And
lovely.
also, one thing that you mentioned literally just a second ago, you said before you joined Aura, you're doing okay, and then you joined the coaching program and you learned a few things. What were those? I know
Mhm.
I'm just putting you on a spot here, but what were the couple of things that you learned and taken away from the program?
So like outreach, so like methods of getting more traffic towards the OnlyFans. So like the mother slave method, we're doing that for a bit.
Hmm.
And she started TikTok for a bit there. That was okay for a while. She wasn't really, doing her part. So, but no, it went okay. The methods definitely helped boost the income.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Cool. And also, I normally ask this way at the beginning, bro, just so everybody has some context. But what were you doing before this, by the way? Did you have any businesses before?
I was doing drop shipping, and
Okay.
I spent so much time doing that, and it was just nothing. I spent like a year and a half on and off doing that. I made like $90, so that was
Sure.
shocking.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
first month and a bit of OnlyFans, and I made well like 4,000 Australian. So yeah, I changed over quick smart.
Good shit. Good shit. What did you ever have like second thoughts about switching from dropshipping to OFM, or was you like, fuck it, this just makes sense?
Oh, I was sort of doing them both at the same time. And then like soon as I started seeing that money flow in, it was like, I was watching it live come in. So it
Yeah.
was just, yeah, no second thoughts, bro. I fucking jumped over straight
Go all
away.
in. Yeah, that's it. No, it's I think it's crazy, bro. I mean, I'm obviously familiar with e-commerce and dropshipping. I've yet to build a store myself. However, I
Yeah.
do understand the intricates and kind of how the business model works and so
Yeah.
on.
It's
But
just so saturated at the moment. So, there's a lot of competition. And,
it's
I
that.
was halfway through building a website and, I was going okay. I was looking good. And then, I just started making this money on, management. And I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm out.
And how much easier is this as well, right? The barrier to entry is very, very low. How much money did you have to put up, right? Pretty much nothing other than a coaching program. Um,
Yeah, pretty
well,
much.
that's it. Yeah, you don't need a lot of experience. You don't need any cash. You
Yeah.
can start,
And
which is interesting. Cool.
the models
And
love
then
it because they don't have to spend any money. So,
there
yeah,
you go. Like they don't have to necessarily pay you out of their pocket, right? It's like whatever you make them, you'll just take a percentage from. Yeah.
that's
Um,
it.
so with this model that you were managing then. So she wanted to go on a break. What was the reason for that, by the way? Let me just see if I can give you some advice and maybe anybody listening.
Uh, she, oh, she didn't really go into detail. She just said, because like I said, she wasn't putting in the effort to making the content. So, I was having to recycle a lot of it and, try my best to like, take screenshots out of videos and shit for more photos and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, she just said it's unfair for you to be putting in all this effort, and I'm just not really interested in doing it at the moment. So yeah, she sort of made some money at
Okay.
the start, and then yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. The only so honestly, it doesn't sound like you've done anything wrong there. The only things that I would perhaps advise for like the future, yeah, is number one, when you're onboarding a brand new model, like a new client, from the get-go, from the onboarding process, that's where you need to explain very, very clearly on what you expect. So in terms of communication and content, those are the two main ones, right? Without those two, it doesn't work.
yeah,
So when does the girl need to reply to your messages? When do you expect to reply? And vice versa, when can she expect a reply from you? Like which days and what time? So for example, we will tell them you can message us on a Saturday, Sunday, but sometimes we won't be able to reply, right? Um,
yeah,
and in terms of content, perhaps if I don't know what this girl was doing, maybe she was like in university and she's working a 9 to 5 and so on and so on, and she's trying to do OF, then you just need to try and work around it. First of all, by the way, first of all, that's actually not an ideal client. So just remember that. Like you don't want to be working with girls who aren't doing
they're
OF
busy.
all then. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah,
it's just not really going to work out. I mean, you can still make like 10K a month, but you can't really scale it to the 60, 70K a month. But if you do have a model like that and you do want to try and make it work, get her to explain to you, like, what does a typical day to day look like for you? Like, what time do you get up? What do you do here? What do you do there? Da, 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 da. And then you have a rough idea. Okay, maybe in the mornings she has more time to create content than in the evenings. And then just work around that. So in the morning, you'd wake up and you send her some ideas for content, and she can create it there and then in the morning, right? Rather than just hoping that she sometimes will get some spare time to create some content. And that
Yeah.
kind of leads me on to another point there, by the way, is actually giving a girl ideas for content. So quite literally themes, things that she can wear, poses, and so on and so on, right? It just kind of takes one more thing away from them. So they don't even have to think. They literally just have to read what you told them and just do it. It
Yeah.
just makes it even more
Well, I
easier.
was doing that. I was like sending her. I sent her pretty much a script, you could call it, I guess, of like things to do, like how much I wanted per week, what she should be doing daily, and yeah, she just yeah, the output wasn't there, so it was hard. But we had
Mhm.
some, like I said, had some good spenders, so we're still
Yeah.
making money, but it was bit of a struggle.
Yeah, sure.
Wasn't
Yeah, I
gaining
mean,
subscribers, so
I think a lot of people, including the models themselves as well, I think a lot of people forget that this is a two-way business. Like, there's a reason
yeah,
why most partnerships are 50-50, like with the model, right? Because it is literally you do half the work, the model does half the work. If the model doesn't do half the work, then you can't generate the money. In terms of kind of how it went with the model, then just to give everybody a bit more context and some advice. So were you the one, of course, managing the DMs at the beginning as well?
yeah, I was doing the whole lot. She was running the TikTok
Mm-hmm.
and the Tinder, because I tried to run the Tinder for her, but it got banned like
Yeah,
within a couple of
straight
days.
away.
So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
The most it will last like 4 days, 4 days to 7 days.
yeah, that's pretty much what
Um,
happened.
cool. And when you first started seeing like the tips come in and money coming in through the messages, what were your thoughts?
Oh, it was great. Like I was, it was so easy. I was sitting down with my mate one night, and we were just playing video games, playing GTA while I was messaging in between, and I was making my day's wage because I work a full time job. So I was making my day's wage while I was just sitting on the couch. It was fucking great.
How crazy is that? And like, what's your
Yeah.
overhead, right? Not really. Like, it's
Mm,
it's pretty nuts. Yeah. Okay, cool, brother.
mm.
So your next steps then is to go ahead and find another model.
Yeah,
Have
that's
you
what I mean.
started that? I don't know if you said it on the recording, but you said it off the call. Literally the
Mm.
day before this recording, like yesterday,
Yeah,
your model said,
yesterday.
"Hey, look, I wanna take a break from doing OnlyFans." So have you started doing outreach already, or are you starting that today?
No, I knew that call was booked, so I thought I'd get the knowledge and sort of ask you where to go from here, because I've got my agency set up a bit. I've
Hmm.
still got to learn I got to learn that Wise, the banking,
Yeah.
and what else I got it written down, the Wise, and learn how to use Google Drive, like because I'm not too sure how to receive content yet.
Hmm.
So like how you receive and go about sorting it.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Cool. One
yeah,
one
so
more one more piece of advice I'll give as well, by the way, bro. Just before I forget, if you haven't already, please make sure you get her to record a testimonial for you, like a video testimonial.
yeah, I'm in the
Um,
process of doing that.
yeah. The best bet, what you actually should do if you can. Actually, does she live like physically near you or no?
Yeah, she's nearby.
Somewhat nearby. And you say you already know her before this, right, in person. So she'd probably be down to do this. If she can do like
Yeah,
in-person video with you, like a little sit down, like for a testimonial, that'll be the best bet. If
yeah.
she doesn't want to do that, that's cool. Just do like a Zoom call and just ask her, like, just in general, like, what was she doing before she joined your agency in terms of income? What was she struggling with? What was it like working with you? And so on and
Hmm.
so on. And then let's just say you've got like a 15, 20-minute long video. You can cut those up into short little short form bits of content for Instagram and TikTok as well. And then when you try to reach out to new models, they'll be able to see this video and it will just give you that bit more credibility as well. It'll help a
Yeah,
lot.
okay. Sounds
Hmm.
good.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. All right. So I'm gonna end the recording here. But I'll speak to you still on the Zoom call. For everybody watching this video, thank you so much. If you guys are interested in joining Oura Consulting, there'll probably be a link somewhere below here. Go ahead and book a call. And other than that, I'll see you on the next one.